What up, YouTube? It's Shaman. I don't know. I'm feeling kind of sad today. I can't remember if I said in another video, but I think I'm going to make the conscious choice to be on Andro Gel when I start testosterone. I think I might have said that. For me, it's a little easier than the injections, and I think it's safer with my multiple sclerosis. And to be honest with you, I'm still very stressed out, but that decision really took a load off of my shoulders. Also, my psychoanalyst posed a kind of like assignment, but really this is something I should have been doing anyways, as a spiritual person and a healer. But I do want to say that all spiritual people, I am a healer. Some people would disagree with me, and I really don't care. But I will say to you guys, my spirituality is one thing that will not waver and go back and forth. Talk to my mom, don't talk to my mom, her walking on my life. Do I not transition? Do I transition? I don't know. When I get a vision, I'll tell somebody if they want to know about it, but I don't really argue about it because I believe the vision was sent to me from, up above, so can't really argue with that. Don't know why certain visions come to me. It is what it is, and those that don't want to hear it, I just don't tell them, and it's easier that way. Yeah, I'm hanging in there. I was just listening to some music, and it has, it was, I think it was by Selena Gomez, something about if you're ready, when you're ready, come get it. And I know it wasn't talking about transitioning, but I don't know, it kind of spoke to me because it's kind of like the same thing that we do with deciding to transition. We have to be ready to do it. And, I'm not going to let anybody tell me I'm a punk if I reschedule my appointment or push it back. In fact, I think that is noble, or not noble, but I think that takes a lot to do that, But anyways, to get back on track, my psychoanalyst, she said, why don't you take some time and meditate? All spiritual people that are healers, I need healing as well. And I think that's a big part of the problem of what's going on. I'm feeling better about myself, but, I need to think about, who I'm with and why I'm with them and where I want to go, and I just need to think about life in general, not just so much the transition. I've thought so much about the transition for so many years and for so many days recently in the last 3 months that it's consumed me. And I think I've watched a couple of videos about that, or it has mentioned, I think Alex Haney, excuse me if I'm mispronouncing your name, but I remember watching a video of yours and you were saying that you were kind of, that you're kind of sorry you hadn't been on recently, but you also went to say that, in a way, you haven't been so consumed with the transitioning because it's, a part of your normal everyday life now, being, a man on the outside and whatnot because you've had your top surgery. And I'm not at that point yet, and I would love to be. But I do know that I cannot let this consume me. I'm not going to forget about it. I'm not going to stop transitioning. or journaling about it, but we need not to let it consume us, because it could get us in a world of trouble. Emotionally, suicidal, depressed, becoming a recluse, and it's not good. So I guess I'm kind of just recording this video because I don't want this to happen to you guys, I don't want it to happen to my posse, the people that back me up. And if you've been there, I praise you for getting through it, because it's not easy. And yeah, I think I let it consume me, and the reason why I'm feeling a little better is because it's not consuming me as much. And my counselor pointed out something. There's a lot of other points about me that I need to think about. Like, I haven't even meditated like I used to. And meditating and the holistic aspect of things is a big, huge part of who I am and why I'm here. There's a book called When Things Fall Apart, and I recommend that to any and all Ftms, MTF, any transgendered people that just, you feel fucked up in a sense. Excuse the F-bombs, you feel out of sorts. You feel like you just can't go on anymore. And I did not read this book originally because of transitioning. I read it because I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis at the height of my career, working on Broadway, making mad money. But what this book did, I thought it was going to like console me and give me a hug. No, that's not what it did. The book basically ripped me to shreds and spit me out. And that shit hurt, but I needed it, and because of that book, that's why I'm here today. I give myself some credit, but that book, I'm telling you, When Things Fall Apart, I can't remember who wrote the book, and that's sad. Yeah, I don't want to say a name because I don't know, but that book saved me, and that's the title of it. I recommend it to anybody because it doesn't just give you a hug. It forces you to recognize the things that are going on in your life. Why are you falling apart, and what are you going to do about it? So, because I have read that book, this point in my life, somehow my brain kind of went back to some of it, and therefore I realized I was consumed with transitioning, and everything was falling apart again, and that's not something that is good. But, when things fall apart, we pick ourselves up and we put the pieces back together. Some of us from the brotherhood / sisterhood never do. And unfortunately are in the land down under, I think you guys know what I mean when I say that. And, bless all of their souls, because I don't want to be like that. And so I think, I'm just putting my story out there, my weakness, because that's what's going on is I've been weakened by consuming myself with transitioning, and transitioning is not supposed to weaken us, it's supposed to strengthen us. So this week, I'm gonna watch less TV, play less PlayStation, read more, think more, meditate more. I mean, my brother almost died pretty much the other day. I think it was a couple days ago. And that sucks, he has heart disease, and he could die at any minute. And you know, he's just fighting for his life right now, you know. And so to be fighting for my life because I'm suicidal, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I'd rather fight for my life through something else, to be there for my kids, which I get, but some of you might be thinking, you know, if you're suicidal, you can't be there for your kids, but I don't want to go too much in depth about it, but, you know, he's fighting for his life. He's had to set his kids aside, my niece aside, even me if need be. He loves his kids, but he can't worry about it, you know. He left his house. His house is still there, but I mean, he's in the hospital, and you know, he loves my nieces and my nephews, and you know, my one niece tends to argue with him, and she's in a school, you know, for kids, you know, when they kind of get unruly and whatnot, and she tends to upset him a lot, and he realizes that that could cause some type of heart attack, so he had to let it go. So long story short, I'm not trying to get all into that, but I'm basically saying that sometimes you have to just let things that are important to you, is what I'm getting to, is what my counselor said. I'm not going to forget about who I love or who I'm with and who my friends are. But I think at this point in time, it's necessary to maybe get a side tray, so to speak, and just place everybody gently there. And, you know, it's not in the garbage. They're not, you guys aren't in the garbage. You're in a side tray right next to me. And at any point in time, I can take little bits and pieces from you. But I just wanted to tell you guys I loved you and thank you, and I appreciate everything that you guys